Alright, I'm John Power and you're watching the Redmen TV.
Hello and welcome to the Redmen TV. Yes, Liverpool are on an absolutely abysmal run of form, but don't worry, another game coming up against a team that potentially has even less to play for in the league than us, unless you count a potential relegation dogfight. Anyway, we've got with us in the studio, Chris Pajak is taking a little break from the couch in a shuffling of the pack sort of thing. Mary Cooper is with us, promoted from the best bets.
Yeah. For
this week.
It's much comfier over here.
It is certainly.
It's much comfier.
Much comfier. And we also have as our guest this week retaining the Winter Wipeout Celebrity Special Champion, Mr. James Sutton.
Oh, sounds beautiful when you say it like that.
It really does. Anyone who does watch Wipeout on BBC at the weekend will have seen James's barnstorming victory.
Yeah.
You made Peter Shilton look like a complete tit.
Shilton is well out of shape though, bless him. He's built like a fridge freezer these days. He's not sprightly.
He's no Neville Southall build, but he's still a big fella.
He's a unit, is Schultz.
And for everyone who will dislike Terry Christian as much as us as a mank, he didn't fare very well, did he?
No, he lasted 30 seconds and broke a rib.
That is top quality Saturday evening television. Anyway, on to more top quality Thursday evening television. Anyway, as I say, we got Aston Villa coming up at home. Aston Villa, are they shitter than us, James?
Well, on paper,
put your balls on the line.
On paper, no, they're not. We're shitter than them.
Yes.
On our form.
Interesting, Mary. You've got the form guide there. Where are Villa placed at the minute?
Well, on the form table, Paul, Villa are 17th.
And the recent form?
And their recent form has been loss, draw, win, loss, loss.
Yeah, which it sounds pretty bad, except for the fact that we're 19th in the form table at the minute, which reads not quite as, actually looks quite nice, that by comparison. But we're not going to focus too much on Liverpool's form for the fear that no one will finish watching this video having popped yourselves. Anyway, Villa's last time out they lost 4-2 to Chelsea, and Fernando Torres scored, so they must be shit.
Yay.
Yeah. Anyway, last time we faced Aston Villa at Villa Park, we managed to beat them 2-0 with goals from Craig Bellamy and Captain Madface Martin Skirtle. Here's how we lined up. Pepe Reina was in goal, Enrique left back, Agger, oh Dalglish sweet, Daniel Agger at centre half with Skirtle, Johnson right back, Adam and Shelby in the middle, the axis of power, Hendel on the right, Dan on the left, and Suarez and Bellamy. Now, obviously that was Charlie Adams not going to get a look in this time round, for better or for worse. I won't draw you on that one, don't worry. Obviously, as I've said, Liverpool's form since then hasn't been great. So we asked you on the Facebook, what's the best way to stay happy during Liverpool's recent run? In 5th place was watch Talisa's home movies. Yeah. Number 4, get drunk. Yeah. You having that?
Why not?
Why not? Number 3 was replay all the games on FIFA or Pro Evo. Yeah, probably on an easy setting.
Great shout.
Very good shout indeed. Number 2 is just next season. That old bitch.
Chin up.
And number 1 was rewatch the 2005 Champions League final.
Now
DVD.
that is a good one.
Always cheer yourself up.
That is a cure for all ills, that isn't it?
I'd quite like to mix that with number 4. Get hammered and watch the 2005.
That is a plan. I'll tell you what, let's just do that.
I think that's
forget it, let's just do that. Yeah, obviously that it does, it heals wounds, but 7 years ago it's quite frightening that we have to look that far back for that kind of inspiration. Although we could watch
I go back to Wembley a few weeks ago. That's my
that actually was on there. Some of the best of the rest suggestions, because we left it open to you to add your own. Wish we had Heskey back. Just kidding. Yeah, that was a good one. Smoke ganja was another one. There's a good way to
who wrote that?
sort yourself out. And there's Anyone wondering where Chris is? No, he's actually behind the camera this week. He's not off rocking the ganj. Anyway, argue on Facebook was a good shout as well. Like,
to cheer yourself up.
To cheer yourself up, just abuse people on Facebook. Yeah, and the best of the rest, the best one was wank. Chronic masturbation as a solution to your mental ails in between.
Works for me, just having a wank and a cry at the same time.
While watching the 2005 Champions League final?
Well, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
You heard it here.
You heard it here, there you go.
Don't get that shit on Emmerdale, do you? Anyway, let's have a look at the team news. Mary, who the doubts for Aston Villa?
Right, Aston Villa's doubts are Alan Hutton and Carlos Cuellar.
Excellent, and who's out?
Out, we have Richard Dunn, Kieran Clark, Charles Nzogbia, Fabian Delph.
Go for it.
And Jermaine Genus, Darren Bent, and obviously Stelian Petrov.
Yeah, got to say, get well soon to Stelian Petrov as well. That's obviously horrible news. So yeah, hopefully he gets better soon. All our thoughts are with him, and of course his family going through this as well. Now, of course, Liverpool's team news. Thankfully, I think Charlie Adams still no news on whether he's out for the season or not. The big one, of course, though, is, as mentioned in this week's subscriber show, which was excellent, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was great.
Banging.
Excellent. Thanks very much. Brilliant. Yeah, you were both brilliant, by the way.
Thank you.
We know this. Obviously, Pepe Reina's saves the first match of a 3-match suspension for headbutting, for going in for a kiss on the nose. Not like a Kirby kiss, an actual just a peck on the. Anyway, he starts the first match of his 3-match ban, which means that we're going to see Alexander Doni in goal. And the big question is.
That's really exciting.
Yeah.
That's really exciting.
The big question is, though, who the fuck is Alexander Doni? And for the answer, we're going to go over to one Chris Pajak with his Alexander Doni fact file.
So who the fuck is Doni? Well, his full name is Danibie Alexander Marango, and he is 32 years old. He holds an Italian passport. He's been capped 10 times by Brazil. He played 148 games for Roma. He also played in a friendly versus Rangers this season and dislocated a finger. And he trims his beard with setting 4 of the Babyliss eye trim.
Is that true?
Yeah, why not?
Excellent. So, is he any good?
I don't know.
Amazing.
Insightful.
Yeah, no one knows. So you said, obviously, no one really knows. As he basically he figured in that friendly game, that mid-season friendly game that we had against Rangers, and dislocated a finger.
Oh yeah,
did. Yeah. Remember that one?
I do remember.
Etched into your brain.
Yeah.
That one. Yeah. So he's our backup. I mean, the argument might be, James, that Brad Jones might get a look in because he's been playing at least for the reserves, whereas Doni's done fuck all by the looks of it.
Yeah, but we haven't really got much to play for apart from finishing above Everton, and we're not going to get relegated. So fuck it, throw Doni in, Doni.
Why not?
What?
Don't even know how to pronounce his name. That's brilliant.
Just throw him in. He might be amazing.
I think that he's. I've already been talking to Evertonians, and they're already convinced that he's going to have this worldie in the 70s that's going to cost them. I'm not quite as assured when it comes to that because there's no basis for it whatsoever. Liverpool have had some genuinely shocking backup goalkeepers in the last 20 years. Michael Stensgaard, Jurgen Nielsen, even Didier Mann pisses himself talking about Jurgen Nielsen. Like, you know what I mean? He was a teammate, yeah. And we've had, some of these Mike Hooper, for those of you near your 30s, like, you know what I mean? We've had some genuine shockers. So we don't know what he's we don't know. But as Chris pointed out, he's had 140 odd caps for Roma, so you've got to hope that there's something in there. Mary, do you know anything about Doni?
I know. I had a conversation about this today with, albeit a Man City fan, but who thinks that he was under the impression he was quite good for Roma.
Okay.
So he was like, oh, I think he'll be alright, I think he'll be alright. And he said, but, he actually said, you might not want to mention this, but I'm gonna. I do remember something, like a couple of years ago, I think Roma played Man U.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he was in goal at that point, but yeah, seven goals.
Yeah,
later.
shipped 7 goals against Man United.
So I don't know if that was him. Don't know if that was him. But he let 7 in.
Yes.
If it was him.
Oh, bollocks.
If not, I'm going to get sued for defamation of character.
Yeah, no, that is true. Don't you?
So that is what I know of Doni.
If he has one great game for us, one great game at Wembley, that's okay.
If he's gonna have one good game, let's hope he saves it for the semi-final. Anyway, let's have a look at a little bit. Have a look at well, who starts for you? Obviously, we talked in the subscriber show about John Joe Shelby got a game. He actually looked pretty good in the midfield. Would he start again for you?
Yeah, and he really wants to play as well. He really wants to play. I mean, we brought him back from Blackpool. We got to play the lad. He loves playing, and he's really fucking good.
Yeah,
he's a start for me. What for me? It's defensively. It's Coates. Yeah, that's the conundrum.
I mean, obviously, I think we've mentioned this in the past. I think a lot of whether Coates will or will not play will depend entirely upon our right back situation. I think obviously Flanagan. If Flanagan's playing, I think the idea is Cara will stay in because he's supposed to be able to coach Flanagan through. And you don't want to have too much inexperience in your back four, but I think the obvious point is, at this point, it's not like the back four's playing particularly well.
Yeah,
anyway.
It's shocking.
Put Coates in. That's what he's there for.
Yeah,
and he's experienced. He's capped for his country.
Yeah,
he's a good player.
Just throw him in. Excellent. I like the gung ho approach to it.
Who else have we got?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, he makes a good point. Obviously, Danny Agger is still a massive miss.
Big sigh.
A
sigh can say it all. Yeah. But the big question is, of course, I mean, would you go with Andy Carroll up front again after his antics against Newcastle? Mary, would you throw Big AC in?
Oh, don't ask me. I love Andy Carroll. I really do. And as irrelevant as this may be,
as a footballer or as a full-on hunk of a man.
The man is bloody gorgeous. I don't know.
Mary Cooper giving hope to unshaven long hairs everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. But to him and Wolf from Gladiator. But no.
Does he play?
Well, the thing is, like for the first 10 minutes of the Newcastle game, he's got something. There's still something there, and I think he's still got something to give. I think a big problem is playing him and Suarez up front. It's like it's a combination that does not work.
So who would you play him with then?
I don't know.
That's the kind of I bet Kenny Dalglish sounds exactly like that. I don't know. It is a problem because when you've got all your centre forwards misfiring, you've to work out where the goals are coming from, and we don't really know the answer to that question at the minute. Sterling, yeah, Sterling going for you. I don't think he's going to go. I think the argument was Craig Bellamy being injured was the only reason why Sterling even got a look in the other week. But as we've said, if he's good enough to come on as a sub, he might as well be on the bench. Maybe Max Rodriguez might get a look in as well. Who knows? Before we go, let's go over to the let's find out how the odds favour the Reds. Mary in a dual role this week. So yeah, let's see the best bets.
Hello, I'm Jan Mulvey and you're watching the Redmen TV.
Hi guys, and welcome back to your best bets. Here's hoping we'll be able to put last weekend's dismal defeat at Newcastle behind us and focus on Saturday's 3 PM kickoff at Anfield against Aston Villa. Now, Villa are sitting 9 points behind us at a shocking number 15 in the table, so despite our recent form, the odds are still stacked in our favour. So let's have a look. For Liverpool to win, it's 2-5. For a draw, it's 3-1, and for Villa to win, it's 11-2. Now moving on to your full-time scores, for Liverpool to win 1-0, it's 6-1. For a 0-0 draw, it's 11-1, and for Villa to win 2-0, it's 40-1. Here are your first goal scorers for this week. For Aston Villa, we've got Agbon Lahore at 9-1, Emil Heskey at 11-1, and Mark Albrighton at 12-1. And for Liverpool, we've got Steven Gerrard at 5-1, Dirk Kuyt at 6-1, and Stuart Downing at 10-1. And it wouldn't be the best bets without your cheeky doubles. So this week we've got Stevie Gerrard to score first and Liverpool to win 2-0, and that's at 30-1. Stuart Downing to score first and Liverpool to win 2-1, and that's 65-1. And staying hopeful, our ridiculous punt of the week is Sebastian Coates to get the first goal and Liverpool to win 3-1, and that's at 195-1. Once again, good luck with your betting, guys, and back to me in the studio.
Excellent work as always, Mary.
Thank you.
Yeah. Right, we're going to have to go for some score predictions. James, go first, mate.
1-0 to us.
Yeah? Feeling positive?
Yeah, that's literally the most positive you're going to get out of me.
You're not far off the fence there, right? You're not quite
my arse
on
is
it,
really sore right now.
You are pressed up against the fence, but you are on one side of it.
Slumped against the fence.
1-0 us.
Mary.
Well, something in me is saying like 2 or 3-0 because it's fucking Villa. It should be, but
carry on.
I'm gonna 2-1.
2-1 to Liverpool. Right, you know what? I am, for the first time ever, I am the most glass is full to the brim kind of person. But for this week and this week only, in the hope of some sort of random anti-jinx, I am going to predict a 2-1 win to Aston Villa.
What?
That's mental.
I know.
Even hearing it, it doesn't. It
I feel
sounds
dirty.
awful.
I feel dirty and wrong. I don't. No, I don't. I'm doing it. It's done. It's done. Let us know what your score predictions are. Leave your comments in the YouTube comments beneath, or tweet us at the Redmen TV, of course. Obviously, I want to end on a high note. Obviously, we've got Everton coming up in the FA Cup semi-finals. The tickets are all been gone on sale. I've got mine, which is exceptional. Everton are getting very excited about this, and there's a picture been doing the rounds on Twitter. So excited about it that they've even made up special Wembley shirts. You see this? They've spelled Wembley wrong on the back of the shirt, and they've put it in the club shop.
I haven't seen that, but that is absolutely
the most
brilliant.
beautiful thing I've ever seen.
That is absolutely and genuinely exceptional.
Well done.
Yeah, that's that. You know what?
Thank you.
It was such a brilliant marketing move to have Everton 2 being Liverpool 1, and they've just fucked that up completely in one fell shirt printing swoop. So that's brilliant. So it could be a lot worse. Liverpool fans, don't forget that. Like
we can still spell. That's basically the point of this whole thing has been
is that Everton are the illiterate people's club. Amazing. Excellent. Yeah, on that bombshell we'll wrap up. If you want to see a little bit more from the three of us, and of course Mr. Christopher Pajak, do watch our subscriber show this week. We're picking the bones of the Newcastle game, leaving no stone unturned as to where Liverpool's problems lie at the minute. We've also got a stat attack looking at Liverpool strikers by comparison to Newcastle's, which makes very interesting watching. Not as bad as you might think, unless your name is Andy Carroll.
Shit! 530, Andy, are you being fucking serious?
But anyway, definitely worth watching. It's a full-on 40-odd minute show, so yeah, there's loads of extra bonus content on there that way as well, and AFC Liverpool's goal of the month for February as well, and there's some belters in there. It's free for the first month, and then it's something like 50p a week thereafter. So watch it. If you think it's shit, cancel it. James, you're a subscriber.
Certainly am.
Like it?
Love it, mate. Especially when I'm on it. It's the best.
Yeah, exactly. Look at that. And that's not acting, is it?
You can't tell, can you? You can't
Brilliant, brilliant.
Always acting.
Amazing. Anyway, thanks very much. Don't forget to leave your score predictions, your lineup predictions, etc., in the comment section, and I shall see you after the Aston Villa game. Hopefully, I am wrong about the score predictions. Please God. Ta-da.